Hello, my name is Althea Williams, and I am an actor. Hello, my name is Althea Williams, and I am starring in A Woman Called Truth as Sojourner Truth in a production at the Bakersfield Community Theater.
We carry the gospel to a world that is lost, marching to Zion, neath the banner of the cross, by His grace forgiven, we're delivered, redeemed, victorious believers, children of the King. We are the church.
So tell me, what is the play about?
The play is about the life story of Sojourner Truth.
Mm-hmm.
She is a profound person with many different levels. She struggled, ran away from slavery to become free, then she fought to get the freedom of her own children, and she fought other people for disrespecting her name, and she took them to court. She is the first black orator in history. She also was the person that started raising monies and funds to send to the soldiers in the Civil War. She also was one of the founders of the Underground Railroad. I love this character. She is a woman of strength and of power, and it's more than satisfying to be able to portray such a significant role model as Sojourner Truth.
You know, I saw you in rehearsal, and it really looks like you became this character. How did you prepare for it?
I studied. I looked her up on the internet. I read books about her because I wanted to portray her in the best way possible. So in order for me to do that, I had to become Sojourner Truth. And I was living through the moments of her life as she was sold away on the auction block at 9 years old, until the time that she became a world traveler, talking to people about injustice.
Yes. Was there anything about her life that particularly moved you?
Her strength. She is she's stronger than my mother, and to me my mom was a strong woman. Yeah. And her power that she possessed was profound to me, because she is such a glorious woman who held her head up high through all the ridicule and the belittling, and she prevailed.
Wow. It felt very emotional. I'll tell you, one scene that was riveting was when she was being whipped. How did that make you feel? What was going through your mind as you portrayed that particular part?
I put myself in her shoes, and I could literally feel the lashes on my back as I was portraying that.
Wow.
So I wanted to feel what she felt. I wanted to be her.
I could hear a little girl, I think she was down front, but a little girl was like, "Oh no," like almost crying. Was that happening?
Yes, she did cry, and there's been several children come to the show, and it was very touching for them. One little girl ran out of the show because it was too much for her to handle, to see someone being treated so severely for nothing.
Yeah.
You know, the punishments that she had to endure, and the children love it. It is an educational show for everyone. A lot of times, teachers even don't know that there were slaves in the North as well as in the South.
Right.
They spoke a little different
Mm-hmm.
because they were Dutch, especially like in New York and stuff.
Yeah.
They weren't as that Southern drawl and everything. They sounded a little bit more educated, even though they were not.
Yeah.
Sojourner Truth could not read nor write, but she could talk and she could sing.
Mm-hmm.
And so she chose to wander the world talking and singing until people heard her message and understood and remembered. The point is that we have to remember the struggle that our ancestors have gone through. In order for us to overcome them,
Absolutely.
we must remember them.
Yes. It's well known that those who do not remember the past are actually doomed to repeat it in some form or another. Could you speak to us about the significance of really knowing our history and knowing what it was like to be a slave and then to triumph over it?
I think it's extremely important that we realize, not only as adults but our children realize the struggle that our ancestors and our forefathers went through to make us the successful people that we are today. I would not be able to do this interview. I would not be able to be on stage or do anything else if it were not for our ancestors like Sojourner Truth. And everybody overlooks her. I mean, you know, we hear about Rosa Parks and we hear about Harriet Tubman and Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, but she was before them. She came along way before Harriet Tubman. Harriet Tubman picked up the reins from Sojourner Truth and continued the struggle.
Yes.
All of the cast members were ecstatic of the fact that we're actually getting to do a black production, and not just the black actors, talking to people to educate them, not only black people, but the whole country, because her story is the story of a country, a struggle that the country had to go through. To say it's just black history is untrue, because without white history, there would be no black history.
Wow. You know, there was a lot of people involved in this production. The set was very nice and very unique, and there was at least 10, 12, 13 people on stage at once. How many?
14. There's
people.
14 people in the cast.
Could you tell us a little bit about some of the cast members?
All of the cast members were ecstatic of the fact that we're actually getting to do a black production, and not just the black actors. The white actors were just as excited as we were. You know, for us to be able to actually portray such a powerful story, because her story is powerful. They were ecstatic, and most of them were, I mean, we were just bubbling through the whole process of the rehearsals and everything, and we all had to fight our own demons in order to portray these characters, because a lot of the white people were offended that they actually had to treat a human being like they were livestock, like they were cows and horses. They had issues with that, and it was they would cry as much as I was crying, you know, and it was something that we had to get over in order to portray the story to everyone. You know, they had to become that redneck that actually hated black people, and they're not like that. You know, we have come a long way, but we still have a long way to go.
Well, it's an excellent start, and the fact that you're able to achieve such a production with a diverse cast and crew, that's a testament right there of what we can do when we get together. But we do have to face the past, look at it, talk about it, and then we can get over it. I think it's a major contribution in what you're doing, and myself and other people, we're going to do everything in our power to make sure that these type of productions continue in this community and anywhere else where we need to know about our culture. So what do you see yourself doing in the future?
In the future, I see myself continuing with theater. I'm a ham, so I like to be on the stage. I don't really see myself doing too much in the background. But I would love to see our children have a place to go where they can be respected, where they can learn and become educated on social skills and verbal skills, and learn how to bond with other races and stick together, because in numbers we're strong. Our voices are heard in numbers. Not one single person can do it all by themselves.
Well, thank you very much. That was very moving and very enlightening, and I'm sure that our audience is going to do their best to get out and see it. We really have to support the theater, and we have to demonstrate that there is an interest in black theater, and the production that you are doing is definitely going to lead the way, because I've just heard nothing but good things about it. I'm looking forward to coming and sitting down and watching it from beginning to end myself. I want to thank you so much, Althea. Please come back and join us again.
I will, and thank you for letting me tell my story.